All right, my beautiful friends, I am going to try desperately not to laugh or cry, for that matter. A lot of stuff to talk about here today. It's incredible as usual. So post-market wrap-up on this lovely record-setting new record highs for the market today. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. Monday, March 15th, 2021. You can't make it up. So yes, new record highs today for the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500. Now, how many of you who follow this blog are surprised about that? How about zero? Zero. You all know the trajectory of this market in this environment of fakery, of rigging, of propaganda. That's the way it's going to go. It's just going to keep going that way, and just get used to it. So yes, new record highs for the market. It's not done. Although, like I explained to you yesterday in my Markets A Look Ahead segment, big week, because we're going to hear from the Fed, and I can only imagine, and you too, what will come out of the pie hole of Fed chairperson, Yellowstone Powell himself. He's going to talk about his tool many times. Be ready for him to address the size and power of his tool multiple times. He does this over and over and over again. He has serious penis envy, the man, obviously. So he will talk about the tool many, many times. He will try, in my view, to reassure the market that everything is great. This is beautiful. We could not be in a better spot from an economic standpoint while they continue to buy it all, while stimulus is off the Richter scale. But they're going to try to convince you that everything is just fantastic, that we're not losing 800,000 jobs a week to first-time unemployment benefit claimers. Oh, no, that's not happening. No. And manufacturing, terrific, and it's fantastic. Let's see. Since the pandemic started, how many of you even know this is true? I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's not funny at all. Factories here in the United States have lost millions of jobs. But factory, they're doing great. Manufacturing is coming back like gangbusters. Can't make this stuff up, people. Look it up for yourself. Okay, so again, what's going on? 10-year yield came down a little bit. Dollar, slight gain today. Cryptocurrencies under pressure, whatever. I don't care what they do. You know that unless they regulate this stuff. If you think Bitcoin, whatever it is at right now, 56 or 57,000, if you think that's a lot, you haven't seen anything yet. And that goes for the other major cryptocurrencies. There's no top here. You understand? And for all those of you who have been saying it's a bubble since, I don't know, Bitcoin 1,000, I bet you wish you got in on that bubble, don't you? Yeah. Well, you could have if you would have listened to me. I've been telling you to buy this stuff since around 3,000. Just happens to be around 56,000 right now. But Greg, you're wrong. Greg, it's going to zero. Still waiting. I'm still waiting. Yeah. Anyway, gold and silver caught a bid today. Crude oil is slightly lower, which does worry me. You know that. They're going to prop crude oil up one way or the other. So that's the scene. We got new record highs in the market. 10-year yield came down. $1 with a slight gain today. Gold and silver catching a bid. Crypto falling under a little pressure today. Whatever. Who cares? I told you this is where this is going in the longer run. And you can still tell me that it's in a bubble and I'm wrong until that's true. How about this? Yeah. What I want to do with you right now, besides hug you and kiss you, because that's really the truth, I want to cover the day's activities because they were very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Let's do that. So, massive propaganda campaign going on to raise the specter of fear. New variants regarding the, you know what, I can't mention it, okay. It's everywhere. It's spreading all over the place. Europe, and we got to worry about it because it's very dangerous. This is the scare campaign. Remember, if they can make you afraid of one thing, that's it. You're done. They control your mind. Don't allow them to do that. Okay, now we heard from Janet Yellen today. I don't know what Janet Yellen actually is. She's not human. I don't know if she's some kind of a creature from another dimension or what it is. It's an it. That I think we can agree on. Janet Yellen is an it. Former Fed chairwoman Janet Yellen, now current Treasury Secretary. It's a thing. It's hideously ugly. It's decrepit, corroded, and it's trying to convince you. It is trying to convince you yet again, and this is her words, quote, U.S. inflation risk remains small. Again, this comes right up the back door of what Yellowstain, Fed Chair Powell, said, that we're going to have a spike. But no, Yellen's saying risk is very low, very, very low. Just remember that. The narrative of low inflation must be maintained to support the market because kryptonite for the debt market is the specter of inflation, and you know that better than anybody else. Let us now move forward here, my lovely, lovely friends. Again, huge scare campaign with regard to COVID. This is I don't even want to call him Dr. Fauci, saying COVID surge in Europe is a warning to the United States. People, they're doing whatever they can to try to keep you afraid. Really, it's the sickest thing in the face. How many of you remember this? This was the United States Surgeon General when this whole scam started. Seriously, people, this is a quote. Stop buying masks. The Surgeon General, Jerome Adams, tweeted, they are not effective in preventing the general public from catching the thing, which I can't mention. But then, of course, the narrative of fear had to be sold. So he and Dr. Fauci, who also said, don't wear any kind of a protective covering over your face. Do you want to hear what he actually said? Let me see if I can pull this off for you. I'm going to try a trick here. This is the thing known as Fauci. Fauci. Let me see if I can get you to hear this. Hold on now. Come on. Would they take it down?
Now people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection.
Maybe you want to hear that one more time.
Now people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection.
Oh, really? Oh, you can't possibly imagine my shock. Let us move forward in the freak show. It's a freak show, people. It's a freak show of epic proportions. Oh, as you all know, the producer price index is also spiking, but there's no inflation. There's none. Remember that, people. Oh, and Facebook is going to help you get vaccinated, by the way. So you might want to go check out Facebook. It's going to help everybody. Oh, yeah. And how about this one? See, we all know this is common knowledge. So AstraZeneca has been blamed for several deaths now. People getting blood clots, or apparently getting blood clots after getting the vaccine. But AstraZeneca says no, there is no evidence of this, except for the bodies. Except for the bodies, there's no evidence. So ignore the bodies, and everything is just great. But you know that. Let's move forward here. Again, another warning. CDC chief warns of another COVID surge as Americans travel. Unfreaking believable. Okay. Oh, yes. And just in case you forgot, there is a retirement crisis going on. Our economy right now is so strong. It's so strong right now that people are working until they die or get a blood clot from a vaccination. So apparently There's a retirement crisis because people cannot retire. They can't do it because they're broke. So they have to work until they die or get a blood clot and die. I don't know. You tell me. However you want to work it, it's fine by me. How about this one? Americans are ready to pour $40+ billion into Bitcoin and the stock market as they get their stimmy checks. Lovely. Lovely. And here's another one. They thought they were home free, and they weren't. Dr. Fauci says COVID-19 resurgence in Europe is a warning sign. I'm so afraid. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. People, I'm so afraid, can't you tell? Is this what I'm supposed to... What am I supposed to look like when I'm afraid? Is this a good scared face? Is that it? I don't know. I need to work on it. Anyway, look, this guy here loves you a lot. Please share the video. Yes, I'm losing it. Thank you very much. See you in the morning.